This is Doug Cran with Workplace Safety Revolution. Today I'm going to explain how to develop a due diligence-based occupational health and safety management system. When developed properly, this long-term strategy can save you time and money, as well as foster a positive business climate and develop a confident, trusted workforce, and create invaluable competitive advantage. Let's get started. What is due diligence? When applied to occupational health and safety, due diligence means that employers shall take all reasonable precautions under the particular circumstances to prevent injuries or accidents in the workplace. To exercise due diligence, an employer must implement a plan to identify possible workplace hazards and carry out the appropriate corrective action to prevent accidents or injuries arising from these hazards. In order for your business to prove due diligence in health and safety, there must be documented evidence of the following: that you identify hazards in your workplace, that you assess and prioritize those hazards, that you communicate your hierarchy of roles and responsibilities, and that you communicate and instruct workers on all appropriate hazards and controls. You must also assign competent and qualified supervisors, monitor and review conditions and behaviors on an ongoing basis. You must communicate and correct deficiencies in the workplace. You must develop and deliver relevant and adequate training. Your evidence must show that you develop and implement appropriate emergency response. And you must measure and evaluate safety performance. You must prove that you regularly audit and update your safety program and develop and implement a continuous improvement plan. During the past 2 decades working in the field of risk management, I've discovered 5 critical investments any business can make to ensure due diligence in occupational health and safety. These are: number 1, passion, purpose, and people, building shared objectives and goals. Number 2, discuss, document, and communicate within regards to hazards and controls in the workplace. Number 3, educate and observe behaviors and conditions. Number 4, measure, review, and reward on safety performance objectives. And lastly, number 5, systems and technology. Investing in these can improve efficiency and accountability. I've developed this mind map to help illustrate these investments in an organized format that any business owner can follow. Let's take a deeper look into how you can make each investment count. The first investment category is passion, purpose, and people. At this stage, you'll want to create a set of meaningful core beliefs. Your mission, vision, and values set the stage for your company's legacy and will attract like-minded employees and customers. Next, you'll need to invest in a well-defined operational hierarchy. Here, you'll document and define job descriptions as well as roles and responsibilities for every position within your company. Without a clearly documented and communicated structure, it's very difficult for individuals to take ownership of successes and failures. A strong set of beliefs is useless if you don't share them on day one with new employees. So invest in a robust and well-thought-out orientation strategy that delivers the most desirable first impression for your business. Finally, in order to be compliant with provincial health and safety regulations, you must properly select, train, and manage either a joint health and safety committee or a safety representative to speak and act on behalf of the workers and senior management regarding all health and safety matters. The second investment category is discuss, document, and communicate. Here you'll start by collaboratively developing a set of procedures for implementing and manage your health and safety program administration. Managing incidents, accountability, oversight, and employee conduct are essential elements of a due diligence-based health and safety program. Saying you practice these habits and showing they're in place are two very different perspectives, and only one approach will effectively keep you out of court and avoid huge fines. It's very important that your company policies and procedures have a standardized format and structure in order to minimize confusion and simplify communications. Every decision and investment in policy development should be a collaborative one that uses plan, do, check, act strategies. This approach will improve the likelihood of employees buying into your program and their future compliance. Next, you'll need to spend time developing safe operating procedures that reflect relevant workplace hazards and environments. In order to ensure due diligence, this investment needs to incorporate a process for inventorying, analyzing, and prioritizing the risks and hazards throughout your workplace. The final step in this investment category is using the evidence created during the risk assessment process to develop, document, and communicate your company's safe operating procedures. The third investment category is educate and observe. Deciding on the source, quality, and duration of required training should be done using a training needs analysis. Not only is this approach likely going to save you time and money in the long run, it could likely mean the difference in a court of law if you ever need to defend the defensibility of your training investments. Basically, the less risk and likelihood of injury related to a particular subject, the less time and money you need to invest in training and instruction. The next and perhaps most important and potentially valuable investment you should make is adopting a post-training behavior observation process. If employees don't see that management takes the investment in training seriously by following up all courses with field visits to observe and document safe or unsafe learned behaviors, you will not likely get the return on investment you are hoping for. The last investment that will definitely impact your bottom line from an efficiency standpoint is an automated and online credentials tracking system that will notify your workers and supervisors when training expires and needs updating. Our active OHS system also gives mobile access to individual and crew training credentials without the need for hard copy certificates that get lost, faded, or outdated. The fourth category of investment for due diligence is measure, review, and reward. Every company needs to define the methodology they will use to monitor and measure safety performance. Identifying key performance indicators and monitoring progress is necessary to ensure continuous improvements. You must invest in systems to track objectives and communicate corrective action plans, as well as celebrate achievements, in order to see the actual value in your investment long term. The fifth and final investment category is systems and technology. If you really want to stay compliant and sustainable while developing and implementing any of the strategies mentioned so far, you'll probably want to consider investing in technology. Without embracing the online and mobile tools available to manage your health and safety program responsibilities, you may become quickly overwhelmed and buried in a cycle of unending paperwork. Conducting the simplest of tasks like crew meetings, hazard assessments, and workplace inspections can now be completed, submitted, and reviewed without any paper using mobile technology. Our completely customizable Active OHS system not only includes these time and cost-saving features, it also includes online access to policies, safe operating procedures, material safety data sheets, orientations and instructional content, plus much, much more. We realize that this can be somewhat overwhelming, but positive change is often uncomfortable at first. Every business owner knows that progress costs time and money. Investing for the right reason now can be the difference in your company's legacy. And honestly, would you rather face being forced to invest in due diligence after a significant loss or Ministry of Labor inspection? Or would you rather start investing now in a proactive, long-term cost-saving strategy? Although there's a lot to consider when investing in a due diligence-based health and safety program management system, the investment, when planned and executed with passion and commitment, should be a very straightforward process that will guarantee a positive return on your investment. The main ingredient is strong leadership and knowledgeable partners. Call us at Workplace Safety Revolution anytime to set up a meeting and learn about ways WSR can make the process of safety program improvements more efficient and less disruptive to your business.